like me and accept me for who I am.
Yo, what up, Fight World? Just a kid, man. Oh, we gonna talk about it. Notification gang. Still in Las Vegas. Oh shit. Hold on, yo. Make sure y'all smash the like button as you come in. Come in the front door. It's like smashing the like button is like closing the door when you walk in somebody's house. You close the door behind you. Don't let the AC out. So y'all get in the habit of that. We're gonna talk about it. Oh. Yeah, man. Okay. Y'all hear me? You hear me? Is anybody there? YouTube is tripping. Yeah, this hotel Wi-Fi is never great. Cause some of the room, I'm on like one of the higher floors. You know, I told them put me where the bosses are. Young credentials. Other thing with Top Rank, they're very organized, and they have two. Most people, not everyone, but most people probably have Crawford and Lomachenko in their top three. Both top ranked fighters, so they lucky. You know what I mean? Lucky to have that type of talent, or not necessarily luck. Maybe they just scouted the right people and swooped. Is it? Is the Wi-Fi looking crazy? Can you guys hear me? Is it choppy? Choppy or clear? Just put the word choppy or clear. Choppy or clear? So it's clear for some, choppy for others. I feel like Andre Ward. I just talked to him. I like Crawford and I like Spence. I like what they represent. I like their fighting style. They're both American, and they're both representing America and just boxing well. I give it up for anybody. Anybody that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know me. I ain't a stranger to giving credit. So I don't know. I can't really pick that fight. It's just a good fight. I don't really see it happening anytime soon because the man just won fight in the division. But I mean, it's a unification. I would love to see it. You know what I mean? See, this is the thing with me. I don't prevent fights from happening. That's y'all. Wilder. No, why should he take 50 million? Why should he come to America? I don't do that. You rarely ever hear me prevent a fight. Like say I don't want to see a meaningful unification. So I would like to see it. I don't really know who would win. Yo, what up, Nacho? Listen, I'm gonna break down the best way I could. I seen some of y'all motherfuckers was hating on the video, the one I did in the MGM. Oh, who didn't pick Crawford to win? Shut the fuck up. Remember what Eddie Murphy said in Vampire in Brooklyn? Shut the fuck up. God damn it. First of all, not everyone picked Crawford. I picked Crawford. Some people picked Crawford. A lot of people might have picked Crawford. But I have a popular channel. What do you guys not understand? I have a verified popular channel with over 130,000 people. So I do videos talking about these fights, and some people were picking Jeff Horn. And it wasn't like a tiny amount, like some of you guys are making it. So When somebody wins, it's a million excuses. Oh, this guy's shoulder broke and he broke a butt cheek walking out, and all these excuses. Or, oh yeah, we all knew so and so was gonna win. No, you fucking didn't, because like I said, I have a popular channel and I read comments. You know what I mean? I get to see the comments, and not everyone was picking Terrence Crawford. I literally recall comments from people who were saying stuff like, "Oh, Crawford's in with someone bigger than him, and he's stronger." And you seen the Pacquiao fight, or they'll say stuff like, "Crawford, he normally picks on small guys like little Gamboa." They were saying stuff like that. So don't try to flip it and act like you knew now. So that's that. I picked Crawford. I want to say I picked the I think I said the eighth or ninth. Understand this. Anybody can pick a fight. Anybody could say it's two people, unless it's some Royal Rumble or something. It's two people, so you have a 50% chance of being right. It's like roulette, where if you bet on the color red or black, yeah, of course, there's only two colors in the game, so you have a 50% chance either it's going to be red or it's going to be black. I get that, but when I'm talking about a prediction and when I say I got it right, I'm talking about what I said, not just who's gonna win. Because, like I said, it's like roulette. Always bet on black. No, I'm just playing. That's from Passion 57, Wesley Snipes. Ever play roulette? Always bet on black. um, it's like roulette. I'm not just talking about merely picking. Oh, Crawford wins. I don't. When have I ever do that? When I break down a fight, I don't just be like, oh, Crawford wins. Suck my dick. See you later, and then I'm out. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I sit, break down the fight, and give you intangibles or what I see, right or wrong. I give you what I see. So that's the difference. So when I say, oh, I told y'all, I'm not saying I merely picked the same guy that other people picked, right? I'm talking about I broke down the fight and told you what to expect. That's what I'm talking about. So all the people who was hating on that last video, oh, everyone picked Crawford. You're full of shit and you're lying, because I have the comments to prove it. And two, it's beyond that. I'm telling you what I think is going to happen. Now, enough about my prediction. Let's talk about the fight. But actually, let me say this before I get off the subject. I told you guys that Crawford, these are like my words verbatim. I said that Crawford has more tools in the tool shed. Crawford is not anything like Pacquiao. I said specific things like that, and we seen. And I'm going to give you examples of how these things came true tonight. But first, let's get to the money. We got a super chat, so you know we got to show love. Boss Red, $5 super chat. First off, that ESPN Plus is some trash, bro. It was lagging and horrible, but Crawford looked great. Good fight. Damn. I don't know. I was at the fight, so I didn't have any experience with the Plus app. If you guys did, leave me a comment so I know what to expect, maybe on fights that I don't cover live. But I was at the fight. Now, when I said Crawford has more tools in the tool shed, I mean, that's an easy one. You've seen that. It's just he can do more. I seen Jeff Horn, he can't make the same adjustments. You know what I mean? Like, he kept trying the same move, like to rush in. I told you guys that Pacquiao is not a smart fighter. See, people come to a channel as real as mine when I'm giving commentary, and they're immediately offended. Some people get turned off because of what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything to disrespect a legend or Pacquiao or say he's a bad fighter, but people get so caught up with words that they don't let them seep in. They don't bother to understand what's being said. What I was saying with Pacquiao is not a smart fighter, is he doesn't make smart decisions. He's never been a cerebral fighter who just has this great grasp of the fundamentals. But he didn't need to. Early in his career, when he was at his peak, he got away with making mistakes. But against Jeff Horn, someone who he underestimated, someone who was bigger than him, taller, strong, and durable, that's why he looked like that. And that's why he left it up for interpretation. Some people, I thought Pacquiao won the fight, but I don't think Pacquiao looked great. You know what I mean? I thought it was highly competitive. And bottom line is Pacquiao's fault too, because he left it up for interpretation. You know what I mean? He left that up for interpretation because he let Jeff Horn bully him. Now, again, going back to Pacquiao not being a smart fighter, all of the same things that Jeff Horn did with Pacquiao and succeeded in spots, he tried with Terrence Crawford. I was in like row 5. I was ringside. I seen Rick Ross and Black Panther. Like, you know what I mean? They shout out to Top Rank. Y'all did it right with them tickets, or not tickets, but the credentials. But anyway, super close. Had a great vantage point. Um, but you've seen it in this fight. Jeff Horn was the same fighter here that he was with Crawford, but the difference is Crawford did not accept those things, right? And this is telling because this was Crawford's first. This is why some people are, oh, Jeff Horn sucked. Why should you give him any credit? Because I respect boxing and I understand boxing. And from a sweet science perspective, I'm telling you, not everybody would have just made Jeff Horn look like that because he's a guy with a ton of heart. I think he does have good pop, and he's durable. I mean, you've seen him licking shots, taking shots. Like I firmly believe, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but I do believe there's fighters out there, and I'm not saying they couldn't beat Jeff Horn, but if Danny Garcia fought Jeff Horn, right? He's gonna he's gonna have his own independent issues because Danny Garcia, he's not stand out quick with the reflexes. It takes a couple rounds for him to get his timing like really locked down. So meanwhile, all the while, Jeff Horn's gonna be doing whatever rugged stuff. Or let's say I don't even know. I'm just trying to think of random people at 147. I'm telling you, not everyone like Josecito Lopez or something, other good fighters. But if he would have fought Jeff Horn, it wouldn't be it wouldn't look like that taming him. You have to have certain skills because he's like wild and sloppy, like sloppy to a T, like to a point, which makes him very dangerous and makes it effective. You get what I'm saying? Like look at guys like with power that are like that. Maidana, Sean Porter's hard to tame, Wilder's hard to tame, and that they win and beat guys because it's hard to get a read on what they're trying to do. But in this fight, you had Terrence Crawford teach the teacher. You know what I'm saying? You had the teacher getting taught a lesson. You had the hornet getting stung. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford showed you the stingers. And that's a far cry in contrast from what we've seen from Pacquiao. Hey, Kennedy, why'd you block that person? Why'd you? I don't understand that. Sko Bay, $2 super chat. Sean Porter will give Horn the biz. Sean Porter's my dude. Shout out to the Porters, Sean and Kenny. But I'm not saying he can't beat Jeff Horn. But what I'm saying is styles make fights. So different fights would require different things. You know what I'm saying? You blocked him so I can mod him? I don't get it. But anyway, I like I said, I feel like Mikey Garcia. Here's an example. Mikey Garcia is a great talent, a great fighter, one of my favorite fighters active, right? He says he wants to move up to 147. If Mikey Garcia moves up to 147, especially in his first fight like Terrence Crawford, you think Mikey Garcia would have stopped Jeff Horn like that? He said he wants to move up to 147. So that's my question. That's a pretty good comparable example. Mikey Garcia's fought at 140, right? So if Mikey Garcia moved up 7 pounds, right? And what the? Oh my gosh! You think Mikey Garcia would have stopped and dominated and won every single round with Jeff Horn like Terrence Crawford did? Like really? Yeah, some of y'all don't know shit about boxing. It's like crazy. And it's not Mike. It's not that Mikey's not good. It's just he has a different style. You think Mikey Garcia would move up from? He didn't. Y'all don't know shit about boxing, man. He didn't even dominate Sergey Lipinets. Like he beat him, and it was clear who won, but he didn't dominate him like where Sergey won no spots and no round. You get what I'm saying? You guys got to understand this. Styles make fights. Mikey takes rounds off. These dudes don't be knowing what they're talking about. I'm just gonna keep talking because some of y'all clearly don't know. Yeah, I don't think Mikey Garcia or Danny Garcia. I'm not saying they couldn't beat Jeff Horn. What I'm saying is the fights would look different because of their intangibles, their skill set, what they bring to the table. I really don't think Danny Garcia. Listen, why did Danny Garcia in his first fight? Why did he fight Paulie Malignaggi at 47? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't he just fight a rugged Jeff Horn type? Because he wanted to acclimate. See, some people try to sleep on it because they're trying to act like Jeff Horn wasn't shit. But if you think about it, look at this same equation. If Danny Garcia moved from 140, right, and instead of fighting Paul rounds out first, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not saying he couldn't beat him at some point, or you know what I mean, in the fight. I'm just saying that he would have to put it together and figure out. Crawford was beating ass from pillar to post. Listen, if it's choppy, just exit and come back. I don't really know. I don't really know what kid said. Horn, Lipinets has good boxing technique. Horn doesn't. Once again, some of you guys don't know anything about boxing. Yes, Mikey's technical and Lipinets has a good grasp. But again, the harder fight is the fight, like, or styles make fights. So a guy who's wild and bigger than you and has power, you have to tame that, as opposed to Mikey Garcia having more experience and being a technical fighter, and Sergey Lipinets is pretty technical too. And that was still competitive. Just look like Lomachenko. Lomachenko fought Orlando Salido, had more issue with him than a guy who might have been more of a boxer. Styles make fights. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if anybody believes that just anybody would have went up in weight from 140 to 147 and just tamed Jeff Horn effortlessly or made it look pretty effortlessly, then I don't, in my opinion, you don't really know shit about boxing. That's just my honest opinion. Styles make fights. Crawford has the style, the attributes. He has the power. Obviously, his power carried up. He has the reflexes. He has the ring IQ, the foot speed, and the defense and different things to pull that off. But not like, okay, here's another example. Since y'all want to play with me, Adrien Broner, if he moved up from 140 to 147, does he stop Jeff Horn, and does he dominate him all rounds? Honestly, do you think Broner would do that? And he had more fights. He already had fights at 47. I mean, even if even the current Broner with fights at 47, do you think Adrien Broner would have stopped Jeff Horn and like beat him every round? Okay, then it would be a good fight, competitive fight. But I wouldn't say that Broner would definitely. He didn't stop Jesse Vargas, who hadn't been stopped. Jeff Horn hadn't been stopped. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's like these are all examples of styles make fights, because it's hard. Broner would be, he's more flat-footed. So him taming this wild like guy who's trying to be tricky and stuff. Just it could be like the Sean Porter fight where he has issue, to say the least. He has an issue because a guy is bringing a lot of pressure. So I'm highly impressed. I definitely rate Terence Crawford off of this performance because, again, I've talked to fighters, like great fighter. Andre Ward told me this. He said those wild guys, sloppy guys, guys that don't necessarily have technique, those are hardest to deal with because what you're looking for from a textbook boxer, you won't get. You're not going to get from a Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I'm not, this is like legit. I have it on tape, something Andre Ward told me. You know what I'm saying? When he was about to fight Alexander Brand, he said, I'm not overlooking nothing. You know what I mean? But this is legit, like advice from a legend in the game. And other people have talked to me, and I already knew this going in because I respect the sweet science. It's the I'm not trying to build up Crawford's win or anything or make it amplified. That's the reality of it. Like Broner has Broner fighting Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas might be more technical than Maidana, but Maidana's unorthodox. He's unortho. So that gave Broner looked better versus Jesse Vargas than he did with Maidana. Because once again, styles make fights. I know it sounds cliche, but Jeff Horn has a weird style. He has heart. He has power. And I mean, like we could take this back to the purest form. Once again, Pacquiao didn't do none of this with Jeff Horn. He hurt him, but he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And he's durable, exactly, which makes it more because even if he gets the shit kicked out of him, if you don't have the conditioning, the stamina, like any of those check marks aren't filled out, then a guy like that could get you just because of that. Let's say you're a 4-round fighter, 5-round fighter. You don't want to be in there with Jeff Horn because he shows heart and durability. Terrence Crawford was bombing on him. Bomb first, bomb first when we ride. So yeah, I definitely rate Crawford. He looked very sharp. I'm just very humbled and fortunate to see greatness. You know what I mean? See a great fighter. Some people earlier in his career compared him to Sweet Pea Whitaker, and I could see that, but he got more power than Sweet Pea, and I love Sweet Pea. I was a huge fan, or am a huge fan, but he got more power than Sweet Pea, and he got more of a mean streak. Well, actually, Sweet Pea was kind of mean too. He just didn't have the pop like that. You know what I mean? But he was mean because he was like trying to taunt you and stick his tongue out and all this shit. But yeah, man, I see elements of like just some mean shit. Like some of the mean fighters, the Ray Mercers and people like that. Terrence Crawford has that. Like he man, in the first round, he was trying to put he was trying to put some heat on them punches. I'm like, God damn, some of them were missing, but he was throwing fastballs. He was really trying to catch Jeff Horn with something. And it's smart. It's smart too. See, Jeff Horn's not the smartest fighter in terms of like defense and stuff like that, but it's smart. Get your respect early. Because one of the things that Crawford did well is he tamed that I don't know what's a dangerous animal in Australia. I don't know, fucking wallaby, koala, kangaroo. He tamed him early, and he started hitting him with some hard shit early and often. Like you ain't gonna just come in to my front door like that with that bullshit, ringing the doorbell. Shout out to Boss Red. Crawford is a modern day haggler. That's another good comparison. Mean, and he knows he's good. $2 super chat. Um, Horn 1-0 round. That's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers is hating. There's not that many people. Like even okay, look at this. Like I'm gonna hurt some people's feelings. If y'all want me to hurt, because now y'all starting to piss me off. If y'all want me to hurt their feelings, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm really gonna break this game down for y'all. I don't care who's mad. If y'all want me to hurt their feelings, smash the like button and can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? And once I get enough hell yeahs to motivate me, then y'all know it's on. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Listen, I will honestly say this. If Lomachenko, he just moved up. He had a very similar setup. He was in there with the champion, moving up. He moved up 5 pounds from 130 to 135. Was his fight competitive? Yes, which is to be expected. Bigger guy, someone who's supposed to be stronger than him, right? Champion, and his fight was competitive. Terrence Crawford moved up 2 more pounds than Lomachenko. You know what I mean? He moved up 7 pounds from 140 to 147, and he won every single round and produced a stoppage. It looked like he had a knockdown where Horn's glove touched at the end of the round. Someone said Horn ain't shit. Whatever. I'm telling you, he has a style. Like I said, some people don't. You fight him then. Fuck it. I'm just saying that's not. We'll see. But Lomachenko, he gets all the praise in the world from a lot of different sources. But he had a competitive fight, which is okay because he still emerged victorious. So he got the W, he got the win. Shout out to him. But what I'm saying, it was competitive and he got knocked down. Why didn't Terrence Crawford get knocked down? He could have eaten because he has a better defense. He has a better defense. Lomachenko stayed in pocket so long and got comfy. Like, oh, this shit ain't nothing. Da, 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 da. And then Jorge said, okay, I got something for you. Yagaga. Barely above average. Who? All of y'all sound stupid. I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Hey, what is C Star saying? I'm going to put you in the hot seat. Who's barely above average? I'm about to do a hot seat right now. Broner. Oh, I thought you were talking. I thought you were hating on Jeff Horn or some shit. Listen, Jeff Horn, he has enough. He has enough of the certain things that moving up in weight and fighting him would make him a difficult fight for a lot of people. Let's look at non-champions because Crawford stand he Crawford um moved up in weight, right? Crawford moved up in weight, so he wasn't a champion, right? Let's say, okay, what about Amir Khan? Amir Khan, his first fight at welterweight was Luis Colazo, I believe, right? Would Amir Khan go stop Jeff Horn? Would he move up from 140 to 147 and stop him? And or would he like knock him down and win every single round? In your honest opinion, I'm just asking y'all. Oh my God, these dudes do not know shit about boxing. This dude said Khan does have the style to stop Horn. Name someone like Horn that he stopped. Phil Greco. Do y'all watch boxing? Like honestly, he said Horn has a style. I mean, Khan has a style to stop. Khan's a good fighter, but who's he stopped? He didn't stop Luis Colazo. Didn't stop Devin Alexander. Didn't stop Danny Garcia. Like who is he stopped at the height? Didn't stop Canelo. Like who was Khan stopped in the 147 or better? He didn't stop Chris Algieri. Like I said, do you guys watch boxing? Like honestly, do you watch boxing? Motherfucker said he has a style to stop Horn. Even if he beat Horn, I don't really foreshadow a stoppage because the only person I can think of that he stopped at that weight is Phil Greco, who has a YouTube cooking channel. I didn't even know he was still fighting. And Errol Spence had already beat him down and stopped him. So once again, hey, I'm putting you in the hot seat. I'm not playing that. I need an end result. Y'all gonna waste my time. Let me find you. So I just said, okay. Hold on, where's this dude at? Angel 313. Khan does have the style to stop Horn. Based on what? You in the hot seat. This is how I have to. This is how I have to talk boxing because some of y'all just be wasting time. You said Khan has a style to stop. So based on what? Who like who? Who has he stopped? That's big as Jeff Horn, undefeated, confidence of Jeff Horn. Angel 313 or whatever. Angel, whatever your name is. How does Khan have the style to stop him? Please tell me. See, that's what I'm saying. Guys just really come to these streams like and they just be putting whatever. Like, how's the other style to stop Horn? Like I said, I'm not talking about beat him. Maybe he can beat him, maybe. But I don't know, because Horn's pretty rugged. He replied, hold on. I don't see it. Where did he reply? Y'all saying he responded. I don't see it. I'm done with these comments. Somebody's saying some funny stuff. Anyway, where's this dude at? Can you please hurry up and answer in the hot seat? You said Khan has a style to stop Jeff Horn. Who did Khan stop at 147? Phil LaGreco's the only one that's coming to mind. He fought Carlos Molina at like 140 and pulled him up from 135. He didn't stop Algieri. He didn't stop. Um, he just responded. Why do you guys keep saying that? I clearly said he could have jumped him with the flurry and got a ref stoppage. I didn't say he'd dominate, but Bud, he could potentially get a late stoppage. Strike one. Strike one. See, this is what people do. Y'all got to know the game. Like, if you're playing Jeopardy and they say, what is the capital of California? You're supposed to say, what is Sacramento? Because that is the capital. But this is why the dude got strike. He wrote a paragraph, but he didn't answer the question. I said, based on what makes you believe? Like, history shows some kind of pattern. Who has Khan stopped at the higher weights? 147, Canelo at 155. Like, what is it based on? You all you said is, oh, Khan could throw a flurry and he could get a TKO. Based on what? When did he throw that flurry? That's what I'm asking you. When did he throw this flurry that you're talking about and produce a stoppage of a guy who would be bigger than him or equal in size but probably wider than him? If you keep chatting about Khan, I'm off to the G7 chat. I don't care. I don't even know you. I don't care where you go. You don't have to tell me twice. Motherfuckers try to threaten me. Yeah, I'm going to the G7 chat. I don't care if you go to the G12, G15 classified. I don't care where you. Anyway, man, what is it based on? That's all I want to know. Who did you said he could throw a flurry? You told me how, like what would happen. But I'm saying, when did he do that? When did Khan throw this flurry you're talking about and get a TKO stoppage on somebody? Phil LaGreco's the only one that comes to mind, and I don't really count him because he's not a champion. He's not undefeated. Ish, 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 ish. Ish, ish, ish. He don't know. Hey, you got 10 seconds in this hot seat. We not playing. Who did Khan do this to? See, that's what I'm saying. These guys can't even answer their straight questions about what they said. Do I have any shooters in here? Block this dude, man. It can't even answer a question about what you said. Okay, he says Jermell wasn't a knockout artist and he ended up getting big knockouts. Anything can happen if you got school. Hey, bro, get out of here. Get all the way out of here. Hey, you're out of here. What does Jermell Charlo have to do with Amir Khan? Bro, you're lost in the sauce. That was the silliest comment. He's like, oh, Jermell Charlo. Whatever. What the fuck does Jermell have to do with Amir Khan? They don't fight alike. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I think it was Derek James. He just told you he did an interview recently. See, I know my boxing. Derek James, trainer of Errol Spence and Jermell, said that he said when Jermell started coming over to our gym, we started practicing turning his punches better. And he said now they're snappier or some shit, and that's why he's getting the stoppage. And I don't did he stop? He didn't even stop Trout, did he? He just stopped other guys. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Amir Khan. Amir Khan don't fight like Jermell Charlo. He said anything's possible with school. I could tell by his rebuttals that he was a casual because you're not, once again, you can't say nothing specific. I'm asking you for specifics, or like when, give me an example of when Khan threw this flurry. And then you're like, oh, anything is possible if you go with the proper school, like something super generic that has no like articulate breakdown. Hey, actually, that's a good fight. I would love to see, even though Jeff Horn lost his title, Amir Khan fighting Phil the Greco. That was light. You know what I mean? Like that was just a comeback off of a long layoff and injury. I wouldn't mind it. And he actually took a picture with Jeff Horn. He was in Australia or something. And Amir Khan said he won the fight. I would love that. That's a good fight. Khan struggles with pressure sometimes, but he also is a great boxer. I would like to see that. That's a good fight. Anyway, I'm not going to take away from Bud's moment. He looks sharp. I haven't seen the PBC fight, Showtime. Nah, Keith Thurman will hurt Jeff Horn. He hits too hard. Crawford really lost his fight. I mean, I don't know if you want people to laugh. Tee hee. They just trolling, saying stupid shit. Y'all want me to cover the Errol Spence fight? Okay. Yeah, they're clearly trolling with that shit. Oh yeah, Terrence Crawford really lost it. So I'm not even gonna waste time with that. Anyway, do y'all want me to cover Errol Spence fight next week? Man, these back-to-back trips, I be wanting to chill. Y'all gotta hit that like button or something, cause we got 300 something people. We have almost 400 people in here. Y'all want me to cover a fight, and y'all won't even hit the like button. I might go to Dallas. I fuck with Texas. They say everything bigger in Texas. I'm money ego. Yeah. Y'all want me to go? The East Coast ain't got love. Down south want ego to go. Absolutely, ego. You got to be in Texas. Hey, boxing's lit. We in a real good spot right now. New media. We killing the game. Honestly, there wasn't that much. I didn't get that much footage this trip because I didn't go to the press conference. Well, actually, I did, but I got different shit. Like I didn't get much. I didn't get as much as I wanted. Like there weren't. I didn't see that many people in the crowd. In the crowd to interview. Abel Sanchez was there. Black, Black Panther was there, but he dipped out. Rick Ross was there, but they were hard to get because you know what I mean. People were trying to take pictures and stuff, so I couldn't even get. I don't think anyone. I don't think any of the channels really was able to get them, like get their opinions on anything. Crawford looked good though, man. He's definitely a player. I mean, how can you not say he's a player? He just won a belt in his first fight. Man, Robert Garcia. I mean, I'm saying Robert Garcia because his brother. Robert Easter looks a lot bigger than Mikey Garcia. I seen them standing next to each other. I'm like, God damn. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to be like that. Um, that much bigger. But the only thing is, Robert Easter, in my opinion, doesn't always fight tall, or he doesn't. I haven't really seen him fight tall. He likes to get that inside work, that phone booth. So that could play into Mikey's side. But when I seen them next to each other, I was like, damn, he looked. I knew he was big, but like he looked noticeably big. Like I didn't know Mikey looked small next to him. That's a good fight. I'm happy. Like y'all want me to cover that? That looked good. That looked like some shit. That looked like a good fight. Man, I love LA. I'm trying to cover LA fights, man. LA got the food, LA got the women and the weather. You know, I'm the California king, and I ain't talking about a mattress. So I love the Bay Area, but I love LA too. I love the whole West Coast, man. We chill. Yeah, but Robert Easter looked a lot bigger. But again, he doesn't always fight tall. But he's a volume guy. He does throw a lot of punches. See, some people they keep bringing up from the Bay to LA. Absolutely. Some people keep bringing up the Broner. Take the Broner Garcia fight, go like this, crumple it up, and then just throw it away because that shit literally has nothing to do. Just because Robert Easter and Broner are boys, they don't fight alike. You know what I'm saying? See, the problem with Broner is he's very flashy, and he has like when he's letting combos off, it's like ugh, this shit looks sick, ugh. But he doesn't always let his hands go. Mikey Garcia, I mean Robert Easter, lets his hands go. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw, whatever fights you thought he may have lost or edged out or whatever. When have we ever seen a fight where he didn't let his hands go and he wasn't like punching with the opponent and there was like dry spot? He doesn't really that doesn't that's not really him. So the Broner fight really don't have nothing to do with it, other than the backstory and the connection between Robert Easter and E Bunny and Broner. But stylistically, it doesn't. Easter's taller than Broner, taller than Mikey, and he lets his hands go. Herb Charlo, awesome fight. I didn't get to see Actually, shout out to my dude Sean, but he was playing the Charlo Trout fight. But then it was at first he was playing. Oh my god, he played it on his laptop during the Pedraza fight, so I was kind of watching both. But then Crawford came on, so you know what I mean. I couldn't really pay attention to the Trout Charlo with no sound, especially when I'm at the fight for the Crawford. Trout didn't look so good. Damn, he's been through wars. It's hard. You know what I mean? Been through some wars. I don't know. You guys have to tell me how Trout Charlo looked. You know, because the parts I seen, there was like a knockdown. It was like a punch landed, and I couldn't tell if it was a real knockdown. And then Jermel was like, he was like he was trying to annihilate Trout. Like he was throwing some heat. Like he was putting like loaded up like haymakers, and then some of them they weren't really all connecting. See, you know what? This makes me. I haven't even watched the full fight. Like I've only seen a couple rounds, but this makes me respect Hurd's. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. Listen, how I said with Crawford and Horn, styles make fights because not everyone would have tamed Horn like that. You get what I'm saying? Crawford did because he's Crawford, but not everyone could just tame a guy who's bigger than them, moving up, and all the same circumstance. That's because Crawford's elite and he's special, and he has the skill set to make it look like that. But the same goes for styles make fights. Trout fought Canelo, Cotto, Jamal Charlo, Edeslandi Lada, and no one stopped him out of those guys, but Hurd did. So again, Hurd is not the, in my opinion, that's my dude, but he's not the most polished looking boxer. You know what I mean? He's not the huh, like you know what I'm saying. Out of all the guys I just named, like Cotto, Canelo, Jamal, and Edeslandi Lada, I wouldn't say that Hurd is the most scientific. But at the same time, he got stopped by the guy who was not the most scientific because he has a good punch and he has this relentless attack. And he was able to break him down, break him down a little more, and then get the stoppage. So, like I said, styles may fight. Neither Charlo brother, they both beat Trout, but neither one of them were able to stop him. Cotto and Canelo couldn't stop him. You know what I mean? Edeslandi Lada couldn't stop him. But then the guy who doesn't even have as much like pure form and technique as those guys did stop Trout. Santa Cruz Mares was dope. How was it? Was there any controversy? Because I know they both wanted it. It was lit. Damn, they went to war. So it was just like the first one then, huh? Boxing's in a good maybe fight of the year. God damn. So Abnomata's clearly lost. Damn. Damn. See, I'm kind of mad that he put him on the same night, but I enjoyed my match. I enjoyed the top rank card. Shakur Stevenson looked good. He seemed like he's developing like into his man strength and getting that confidence that you expect from a pro. Um, Jose Benavidez got a first round knockout. Listen, that's a good fight for top rank. They do a lot of in house fight. Hold on, this MGM AC is on another planet. Like I normally don't get cold like that. This shit is freezing. Hold on, I gotta turn this off. I don't know if it's because of the desert and they're trying to make it like cool. This room is so cold. I don't even be cold. I feel like a little bitch. Like I feel super cold. Like damn. I gotta get under the bed. Like I gotta get under. Damn, the service just faded and we lost hella people. ESPN Plus is fire. Someone said they had an issue with lag. I feel bad for Crawford because that was a hell of a fight. I think that should have been on regular ESPN. That shit would have been lit for regular ESPN. Damn, I gotta get on the covers. Like I got this room too fucking cold. Oh my gosh. Hey, pause. I'm under the covers though. This room is hella cold, and I didn't even bring a jacket because it's Vegas. Finally, I said what? I said what? Man, ESPN Plus. I don't know. I was at the fight. Yeah, I don't have to say pause. Tyson Fury kissing his opponent in the mouth and they lifting each other up at the weigh-in. I ain't got to do shit. If y'all accept that, then motherfucker, who kisses someone? The ref giving you instructions. Good luck, baby. Like what the fuck? Anyway, Cannon Briggs is going ham on Instagram. I ain't never seen that. Nobody kiss. But see, the other thing is the dude didn't even get mad. Like why? Like even if somebody well, it'd be hard to kiss me because I'm pretty tall. I mean, but Tyson Fury's taller than me, so I guess. But it'd be like the average dude wouldn't just be able to kiss me. They have to jump up and I have to, yeah. But anyway, um, the thing that was weird is that the guy didn't react. Like I seen this one clip and the guy kissed the guy at a fight and then the dude knocked him out, like at the weigh-in or wherever he got kissed. And the other guy just kissing him for me? Like what the fuck? Anyway, good fight. I enjoyed the Crawford Horn fight. It's a pleasure. Like I said this in the MGM, it's a pleasure being able to watch. Am I buzzing? Does it sound like I'm buzzing? Am I stuttering? Am I slurring my words? No, I'm not buzzing. I don't have to drink to have fun. But anyway, it's good to be able to watch greatness and see it before you. And that's what it is with Crawford. Like I said, I went to Omaha and covered his fight with Ray Beltran. And I literally see improvements and I see a different monster. And he was even good back then, like when he was fighting Ray Beltran. But I could tell. I mean, you have to be around fighters to recognize it. But I just see it on it, like at his press conference, the confidence in his answers, like just the whole demeanor, his performances seem to be getting better. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, if Gamboa fought this version of Crawford, hey, I'm about to block whoever says that. Yeah, you buzzing. Say it again. I dare you to. The fuck you guys talking about? I'm buzzing. I'm just trying to talk. These dudes are so weird. They're like, yeah, you buzzing. I'm talking about boxing. I'm not slurring. I'm breaking down the fight, telling what I think, and they worried about me. Oh, egos, but I'm not buzzing. I'm a grown ass man. If I was buzzing, I would tell you that. It's not like I got something to hide. Like I'm an underage minor or something. The fuck? I just see a vast improvement in Crawford. Like I said, he's always been good, but his confidence and he's just up in his game. If Gamboa would have fought him like anytime right now or before he left, like 140, if Gamboa was up there, it would be a totally different fight. You know what I mean? Felix Diaz, what he was doing, that was an Olympic gold medalist, and he's knocking on his head and playing pity pat with him. Crawford's just on another level. I think Spence and Crawford is that's the Wilder Joshua fight in the welterweight division. Crawford literally looks like he's improving and getting better. So does Errol Spence. They both keep getting wiser, and I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, I didn't even see Crawford get hurt there. Did y'all? Did anyone see Crawford get hurt? Because people were like, oh, even Jeff Horn's team, they're like, oh, Gamboa hurt you. So if Gamboa can hurt you, little tiny Gamboa, then we're going to rock you and break your jaw. I never seen him get hurt. I don't know. You know what I mean? Let me keep breaking this down for you because I want you guys to just at least hear my insight. Um, this is what I was talking about with Pacquiao not being a smart fighter. It shows in this particular fight because Jeff Horn had the same identity. If this was, let's say this was Pacquiao at the MGM, then I think that fight would have looked similar to this because Pacquiao wouldn't have the same answers as Crawford, right? And you got to pick up on the subtle things. You sound fight. He should have been fighting Pacquiao. Why? Pacquiao probably didn't want to fight him. That's why he's fighting Matisse. Matisse is like has a lot of power, but he's more up and down. He's not doing that fidgety shit that Jeff Horn be doing. But anyway, the whole thing, Jeff Horn, he was doing the same shit he was doing with Pacquiao. The only difference is he didn't have success. He didn't have success with it because at the end of the day, Crawford is not Pacquiao. He has a better defense, better movement, more meaningful movement. And Crawford is not willing to accept what Pacquiao accepted. Like, I don't know. For example, the clinch, Crawford, the guy who moved. See, this is uncanny. I should just go on a vacation. Anybody know any good cruises? I'm just gonna go on vacation because I keep telling y'all the same shit. This Canelo Golovkin 50-50 shit. This Crawford breakdown for Horn. New media is just rocking shit, killing. But I told you guys with the hold on. With this whole Crawford Horn thing is Crawford is a dog. He's strong. People keep see the fake boxing fans. They look at dumb shit as evidence. Oh, look at how skinny Crawford's ankles are. Look at those fucking ankles. He looks so skinny. Like they're saying stupid shit because he don't look like this massive diesel bodybuilder. But guess what? Tim Bradley did look like that at the welterweight division, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do all that. Physique don't have nothing to do with it. He's strong. He's a dog. Because actually, to be honest, with Tim Bradley's temperament, him and Jeff Horn would be, I think, would be a good fight. And because Jeff Horn wouldn't respect his power the same. Crawford was hitting Horn with surgical heat, like yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting him with some shit. I know that shit hurt. Tim Bradley and Jeff Horn would have been a good fight. Because it's, again, if you don't have the same exact intangibles as Crawford, then the fight could be different. That's the type of fighter Jeff Horn is. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We have almost 300 people back. We had a technical difficulty, and then we had almost 400 people. Now we have almost 300. Smash the like button. But yeah, I think Bradley would have been a good fight with Jeff Horn because again, styles make fights. It's a different equation because Bradley doesn't have the power that Crawford looks to have at 147. So Jeff Horn might try to walk through his shots. Bradley Khan, that's a good fight. Yeah, because Jeff Horn does the same move. It's like this weird. It's weird though. It's like this stuttery thing, and he kept lunging for it. And then Jeff Horn was being made to pay when he would lunge in. Crawford would bink, or shots would be whizzing by him like, hey, this shit barely missed you. Be cool. But I tried telling you guys all of this stuff. Here's another clue. When Pacquiao fought, because he's not, I told you guys he's not a smart fighter. People keep saying, "Oh, Pacquiao, his age don't have nothing to do with it. He is not smart. He's not in there doing the thinking man's game. He's in there fighting like he's 25, like he always fought. You know what I mean? He's not smart. Case in point, when Pacquiao lost to Jeff Horn, it didn't look like that. I had Pacquiao winning, but not by much. It was a competitive fight. I can understand why people would pick Jeff Horn, but either way, it didn't look like that. It didn't look like Pacquiao was getting the best. Pacquiao did really good in round 9, but then he couldn't stop it. He couldn't pull the trigger on it. Because again, he's not the smartest. He's not a smart fighter. But here's another example of what I'm saying. Pacquiao's face was like bleeding from headbutts and shit, right? Horn's face was all cut up and bleeding from the rough shit. But you notice I just talked to Andre Ward, and I went to the Crawford media day. I was like 2 feet away from him. It's on my Instagram story. 1 foot away from him. He's right next to me. His face looked like nothing. It looked like nothing happened. It looked like he wasn't in the fight. Like I'm not even being facetious. Like go to boxing ego and go look at my Instagram story. And it looks like Crawford wasn't even in a fight. Go watch. I just put the press conference on. I put a couple clips from the press conference up. It doesn't look like the man was in a fight. But when Pacquiao fought him, he had blood coming down and all types of shit. And Horn had blood and shit like that coming down his face because they're both more reckless. So it's like two clumsy people in a china shop. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is like he's slick in there. I told you he knows what tools to bring out. Crawford's in that same china shop with these glasses and like wine bottles and all this shit. But he's like being careful. If it's a narrow aisle, he's like making sure he doesn't touch anything. Pacquiao would just be knocking shit over. Because that's how he fights. Same thing with Jeff Horn. Styles make fights. Try to tell y'all. Pacquiao's not. That's why his face was all fucked up. Horn was trying the same rugged shit, but Crawford did not accept it, which shows me his ring IQ. He didn't accept it. There was time where there was a clinch, and then Terrence Crawford would. You gotta really like. I really like internalize this boxing shit. Like really try to study and learn from what these guys are doing. But there's times where Horn would try to get up close, and then Crawford's like this, like he's protecting those moments because he knows Horn's rugged and reckless, and don't be caring how he comes in. So he's like protecting. He's like putting his glove over his temple. And then there's other times where Crawford would even push Jeff Horn off of him. Like if they're in the clinch, he wouldn't accept the clinch because in the clinch is where all this head shit is occurring. You know what I mean? In the clinch or when you guys are up close and personal. Pause. You know what I mean? That's when all these cuts and knots and all this shit is forming when Jeff Horn is in the vicinity. So there's times where Terrence Crawford was ragdolling Jeff Horn, like, get the fuck off me. You know what I mean? Or pushing him. He's a smart fighter, people. Deal with it. And I have him over Lomachenko. I don't care if you put Lomachenko in the top three, even number two or whatever. But Crawford, I put him over Lomachenko. I see more. I think Crawford to me looks harder to beat than Lomachenko. Oh yeah, Crawford with Lomachenko. That'd be child abuse. That wouldn't even be cool. I mean, but that doesn't even need to be discussed because his own Lomachenko's own team basically admitted that. Egis Clemens, his translator, said that would be suicide. So that tells you what you need to know with that statement alone. And that's Lomachenko's people said that. So if they're willing to say it, that's stupid and that's giving up too much weight is suicide, then that tells you right there. So we're not gonna see it. Vince Phillips, 299. My comment below was too long. I don't know what that means, but for sure. Sanchez is now saying Crawford is his favorite. Once again, new media is killing. I left to do a live stream, so I didn't really hear all of what Abel said. I was there and I filmed it, but I wanted to get on the horn with you guys and do my live stream before the press conference were to start. But once again, new media prevails. Ego's army prevails. Boxing ego prevails because wasn't Abel the same person that said a couple of months ago that the black fighter can't sell because their style is boring and Terrence Crawford didn't look boring. He actually took a lot of chances, took gambles. He actually, this is another thing that's impressive with what Crawford did is the way he fought gave Jeff Horn his best opportunity. Like he didn't fight the style, like he didn't fight in a style in which Jeff Horn had would have had more difficulty. Like if Terrence Crawford fought like amateurishly and he was just like moving a lot and just trying to pot shot, he could have won that way, but it would have been like more of a slow and steady process and it wouldn't have been as demoralizing. But he didn't even do that. He was sitting large pockets of the fight toe to toe. Yeah, Crawford's that man. He already beat Mikey Garcia in the amateurs and Danny Garcia. So, not saying that just because you lost in amateurs you can't beat him in a pro, but just look at all the guys. I mean, I would probably and actually Mikey Garcia. This is another testament to Crawford. Mikey Garcia says he wants to move it to 47, and he keeps saying Errol Spence. Why doesn't he say, "I want Errol Spence. If I can't get him, I want Terrence Crawford." That's a revenge from the amateurs. So why is I never heard Mikey really say Terrence Crawford? And when I did hear him mention, he said he's gonna run, but he didn't run today. You know what I mean? He wasn't just running away from Jeff Horn. He stood his ground, was trading, was banging. So, you know what I mean? Why would Mikey Garcia see? I get it. Fighters are prideful, so a lot of fighters aren't gonna just come out and say something. You know what I mean? But Mikey Garcia keeps calling out Errol Spence, but he's not calling out Terrence Crawford. And then when he did mention him, he basically tried to make it like Crawford would be too boring to fight. But this wasn't a boring fight. Jeff Horn came, showed a lot of heart, and was durable, which made for a very interesting, entertaining fight. So if you bring the same style, then you should be good. It won't be boring. So uh, to me, that's kind of like an indirect compliment. It's like an indirect compliment. Mikey Garcia knows that Terrence Crawford is good, and he would prefer to fight Errol Spence because Errol Spence is really good too. But Errol Spence would give you more opportunities to counter. He believes. I don't know if it's true, But I think he believes Errol Spence will give you more opportunities to counter because he's aggressive and he's coming forward. Crawford has showed you that he can come forward, he can get on his bike. You know what I mean? He's gonna switch it up. Errol Spence is like, I'm about to man down you, seek and destroy your dumbass. So I think Mikey feels like that'll give him an advantage. But I mean, all this stuff is too far in the future because Robert Easter was looking like a skyscraper, the Twin Towers next to him. So we got to see how he looks in that fight first, which a lot of people, even me, I would favor Mikey, but we still got to see it. Danny Garcia is underrated for sure. Top three opponents for Crawford at 47. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I would like if Mikey Garcia is moving to 47. I would like to see that Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. I would say Keith Thurman, but I don't even know if he fights anymore. He keeps pushing his date back, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I'll let the kid. I gotta see when I'm going home. I ain't even bought a ticket home yet. I I bought a one way because I didn't know how long I was gonna stay out here. But if I'm gonna go to this Errol Spence fight, I want to go home. I don't want to be out here in Vegas for extra days, and then yeah, I'd rather go home for a minute and have a couple of days off because the Spence fight week happens next week. You know what I mean? This week or whatever. Y'all want me to cover that, or you want me to cover it from the cribbo? Wesley Snipes, $2 super chat. He'd run coded language saying I can't beat him. You know how the game goes. Y'all want me to cover the Errol Spence fight in Dallas, D Town? Okay. Go to Texas. Keith Thurman ducking Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford got called. I mean, Terrence Crawford called out Keith Thurman when he was at 140. That's crazy. And Danny or Mikey Garcia called him out too. Y'all like when I waste my money. I'm money ego. I gotta stop saying that because y'all yeah go to it. I just went to a fight week. Y'all like yeah go to that one too. Nah, but it's about to be lit. I'm gonna go. I should go, huh? Y'all want me to spend all this money? Yeah, but anyway, look at the double standards of boxing. Abel Sanchez, someone said he said Terrence Crawford is his favorite, or whatever. But I thought black fighters fight in a style that's boring. Abel Sanchez was there tonight. Was that a boring fight with the blackie? The black channels, they fight. They all run. They fight so boring. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a boring fight at all. I didn't think. Trust me, I've seen some boring ass fucking fights before. Yeah, man. Abel got to worry about Canelo and Golden Boy. Hey, oh my gosh. Listen, I'm gonna tell you before I upload it. Do y'all shout out to Dark Heart 68, $5. Ego, can I get the black channel? LOL. Who you got after this performance, Butter or Arrow? I did answer that earlier. I don't know. I would just sit back and watch that as a fan. Straight up. I'm just a fan. I like both. I'm a fan of boxing, so I would just kick back, eat some popcorn, and be like, damn, this is dope. Because I don't know who's going to win. Because on one end, I'm like, oh, Errol Spence is super. Like, see, the Errol Spence is no Jeff Horn. We already know that. So he's not going to just, like, he has good accuracy. He's not going to miss every fucking punch like Jeff Horn and be bewildered. He has good experience. I mean, he sparred Floyd. That's great experience. That's worldwide. The Black Channel, right? He sparred Lamont Peterson, Jorge Linares, Adrien Broner. So, you know what I mean? We know that. He has a great trainer in Derek James. Um, some people think he might be too big, too strong, and try to walk Terrence Crawford down. And see, the other thing, I wish actually Terrence Crawford, I think he could have got an earlier stoppage. I And see, this is just nitpicking. This is me nitpicking. His performance, he looked very crisp, very sharp. But this is just me nitpicking. I actually thought I would see him jab more, and I thought I would see him go to the body more. I was actually surprised that he didn't. But it's easier said than done. Maybe he felt going to the body would create maybe some kind of opening for Jeff Horn, and maybe he elected. So maybe that's a technical thing that I'm not looking at that he might have felt from being in the ring with him. But I did want to see him go to the body more. But that's one thing Errol Spence does do. He'll go to your body. So Crawford being able to move freely around the ring, Errol Spence would try to cut that off and try to rake him to the body. But then on the flip side, Terrence Crawford, he shows time and time again he's elite. He's getting better. His confidence, his speed, his reflexes, and he could possibly confuse Errol Spence. So I don't know. I think it's a real pick'em fight. Now, if y'all want a sneak preview, we got to get over 200 likes. We got 300 people in here. And I'm going to tell you some, it's crazy that I just talked to Andre Ward right now. And what he was saying, you guys will see when I upload the videos. I'm probably going to sleep. But you'll see when I upload video, but I'll give you a sneak peek right now. We got to get to 200 likes, though. Smash the like button. If not, you guys can wait till the videos get uploaded. But it was crazy because he was saying, like, I kid you not, he was literally saying some of the same things that I've said regarding Abel Sanchez and Canelo and that whole situation. PBC and ego spoiling us, LOL. Man, I'm just trying to be the best I can be. You know what I mean? Make the channel lit. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And PBC's doing a great job. Showtime. I didn't get to watch the fights, but from everyone's sounds content with the Leo Santa Cruz Matas too. I'm just mad because I wanted to go to that shit at the Staples Center, but I thought the Crawford fight, I was more curious about that, like how Crawford would look, and it was a good card. Same proximity for me. They're both 45-minute flights. I like Vegas. I like LA. So I just came out here. Jeff Horn is a bum. You're a bum. Who are you? Who sent you? PBC and boxing ego, putting boxing back in the limelight. Thank you. Hey, this I'm telling you, this shit is getting big. I'm not gonna say the person's name because I don't, you know, what I mean, I don't want to put him on blast like that. But there's a mainstream referee that gets gigs for big fights, and I was at the food court. This is a true story. It just happened. I was in the food court about to get a slice of pizza after the Crawford fight, and there's a guy with his wife, and he's like, yeah, boxing ego. You do a great job, man. Keep it up. You do a good job. And I seen the dude. I'm like, he looked familiar. I'm like, where? Like, where I know? It's a referee. It's a referee, and he was telling me I do a good job. So obviously, I guess he's seen some of the work. So it's just crazy, cause I never, you know what I mean? I don't. Isn't Mills Lane dead? Y'all tripping. Y'all disrespecting the dead. That's crazy. That's how you know when it's my cue to leave. When y'all start disrespecting the deceased. Yeah, I'm not gonna name him. Like I just said, why would I just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna name him" because I don't want to put him on Front Street and y'all like, "Oh, is it this person? Is it this person?" Anyway, 200 likes. We got to get there quick because I'm about to get off. If we can get to 200 likes, I'll tell you what Andre Ward said that's similar to what I was saying. Someone said he's not dead. Okay. Y'all better hurry up. 5 more likes. Because I'm about to really get off of this. I thought he was dead. So, my bad if he's not dead. I thought he was dead. You don't even know how to speak. Yeah, I'm about to get off. I'll just upload the interview and y'all can see what Andre Ward was talking about. But it's crazy, and it's not. Don't be it's because you guys are from the Bay. I ain't seen Ward in a minute, and he was saying something like almost identical what I said. Crazy. Once again, new media. How is it that I'm making little points in live streams on my own, not waiting for someone to say it, not waiting for somebody to, you know what I mean? See, I'm an Aries. I don't wait for approval. I don't care if I'm on no man's land on an island by myself. If this is what I feel and this is what I think, then I'm just gonna run with it. I could put it's freedom of speech. I could put my thoughts out and stuff like that. It's not like I'm being disrespectful to anybody or breaking the law. You know what I mean? And there's actual trainers or boxers in the industry, for example, that will be saying the same thing. But listen to some of these other channels and stuff, the stuff that they be saying, nobody nobody in the industry is really saying that. Nobody in the industry is really vouching for that. But like I said, I just talked to Andre Ward. I don't see 200 likes on my end. Y'all tripping. Crawford looked amazing today. Yeah, I definitely. How many likes do y'all see? Put the number, because I don't see no 200. Y'all lying. Why is it everyone saying a different number? Y'all tripping. Boxing ego, better analysis than Abel. Shout out from Austin, Texas. Y'all crazy. Okay, so hey, I was talking to Dre. It was a group of us actually, and he was like, someone asked him something about Canelo Triple G. Should he take it? He's like, oh, I don't really know. He's like, that's not really my business. I like, you know what I mean? Jay's a very respectable individual. You know what I mean, man. Like, he don't he stay in his own lane. Like, you know what I mean? Like he even said that, like we were talking about fight predictions. He said if I'm not like super confident and it's a pick 'em fight, and that's the same thing I'd be saying. I'm like, if I don't know who's gonna like Joshua Wilder, I think Wilder will win. But if it's a fight like um Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, I'm not gonna just be forced to make a pick. I really don't know. And that's how Dre was saying that too. But what I was talking about that seems similar to new media is Andre Ward was asked about Canelo Triple G. What do you think about the negotiations? What should Triple G do? And he was just basically like, I don't know. I can't really speak for that side because it's not my team. It's not my place. But he said, I will say this. He said, Oscar De La Hoya, he seems like he's winning that battle with the negotiations. Like basically he's the one he's winning the negotiation battle. He didn't say Tom Loeffler, but we know that's who Oscar's negotiating with to try to make the Triple G fight, which is exactly the same thing that I told y'all. Triple G's side is getting dominated in the negotiations side of things when it comes to making this fight. Because first they're hell bent on 50-50. They say we're not budging. Golovkin wants it. He wants what he's earned. Then he gets stripped, and then now he's like, "Oh, I'll take less. Hey, can we take less?" Oscar like, "Hey, Oscar like the train left. It left the station. You missed out." And then you get stripped. Uh, okay, we'll take less than 50. But why did you hold out for weeks when Oscar De La Hoya asked you kindly? He said, "Hey, the Canelo and Golovkin fight, it can happen." But they have to budge from the 50-50. And then you had Triple G's team still gallivanting around like they weren't going to budge off the 50-50. Now you know that window is closing because Triple G's team knows that Canelo still has options like a Jacobs. Jacobs might say he might take it. You know what I mean? He might be down to fight Canelo for whatever split they're offering him. I do believe. I do believe. And De La Hoya, like I said, man, like I told you, Oscar's killing. Oscar, hey, you a hell of a negotiator. Golden Boy, y'all doing your thing. Because y'all definitely winning. Y'all definitely winning this battle. Hey, I believe, I do believe that Canelo has the blueprint to beat Floyd. That is how he sounds. Someone said Oscar, y'all some hating ass motherfuckers. Someone said that Oscar sounds nothing like that. You made him sound. That's how he talk. That's literally how he talks. I do believe that that's how he talk. Like y'all mad at me. He makes a strong case, a strong case to be the best. Like that's don't get mad at me. That's how the motherfucker sound. What the fuck? Canelo? He won't. He will fight Triple G, but they must butt. Like that's how he talks. But hey, Triple G. Hey, why are they negotiating like this, man? I just wanna help. I do believe, hey, hey, I know I'm getting delirious because Oscar is winning this battle like that. Oh my gosh, why is Canelo's side dominating the, like, yeah, we want 50-50. We're not selling for anyone. You shut your goddamn mouth. You take what we will give you. I do believe. Hey, Oscar's doing his thing. Hey, I can't front Oscar. Hey, Oscar. You and Eric Gomez and Team Canelo, y'all really do your thing with these negotiations. I do believe. Oh my gosh, who brought this up? This shit is so funny. Cause I told you, motherfuckers, and y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all got mad at me. No, the IBF is wrong for stripping Triple G. Does anybody? Let's do a hot seat, right? Listen, I got a second win. Okay. Let's do a hot seat right now. Who believes that the IBF is in the wrong for stripping Golovkin? Let's go. I got a hot seat for you right now. Okay, I got my second win about me. How is it not fair? Let's do a hot seat. Who just said it's not fair? Show your face. Golovkin, Golovkin getting stripped. I can only battle one person at a time. Who thinks the IBF stripping Golovkin is not fair and they treated him so bad? Who wants this work in the hot seat? I do believe, I do believe I got work for someone in the hot seat right now. I make a strong case. Let's go. The vampire stream. Name somebody, please tell me. Who thinks the IBF didn't treat Golovkin right in this situation? The Black Channel. The Black Channel. They hate Golovkin. See how quiet it gets? See how quiet? Listen, I'm asking. We could do a hot seat because that's something we disagree with. Let's step up. Who believes that the IBF wronged Golovkin? They treated him wrong in this situation. See, look, I can't look. If I make a regular video, not a live stream, about the same subject, it's gonna have thumbs down and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you suck. You don't know ego. You don't know." And then I'm asking you guys, the same types of fans, right now. We could do a hot seat right now. I got my second win, and now all of a sudden nobody wants to step up to the plate. Why? It's just a hot seat. It should be easy. You said it's gonna be easy. They not here. That's a lie. Cause I listen. I could go make a video like, oh, the IBF was justified in what they did right now, and then watch them in the comment section, and all of a sudden they would show up. Oh, you're so stupid. You're racially biased. Why ego? Why? You know what I'm saying? All this dumb shit. Does anybody believe the IBF wronged Triple G? They don't want no smoke? Apparently. How did the IBF wrong him? They gave him an exception for the Canelo incident to fight a person who wasn't even a fucking middleweight, who hadn't fought in 2 years, who was on the couch, who was coming off of a loss, and they approved it. Well, actually, they didn't sanction the bout, but they made a deal with him. They said, okay, we're not going to sanction this because you're fighting a 54-pounder, right? And he's not in our middleweight rankings. However, we won't strip you right here and now, so we'll basically allow you to do that, right? And then you have to orchestrate a deal with Derevyanchenko's people after that. How is that not fair? They have a set of rules. They have a set of rules they have to abide by. How is that not fair? Kell Brook, he was an IBF champion. He had to fight Errol the fucking Truth Spence Jr. coming after the Triple G fight. His team applied for it because he broke his eye, got his eye fucked up by Triple G. The same thing. This is a different division though, at welterweight. He moved up in weight to fight Triple G, which is was a dumb look. The IBF was cool. Just like they're like, okay, go get your money, fight Triple G, and get your eye broken. And then he did it, and then he did a medical extension because he had an injury that we all knew about immediately after the fight. And from that point on, they're like, okay, your eye's better. How long is it going to take for your eye? Okay, February. Then you have to negotiate with Errol Spence's people. Or if you plan on moving to 54, you got to move up. So it's like a similar situation. And guess what Kell Brook did? Fought as mandatory. He didn't win, but he gave him a hell of a scrap. You know what I mean? Probably Errol Spence's toughest fight. But he fought as mandatory. Triple G didn't. And had no intentions of doing it. So why is that not justified? Please let me know. I had someone in the comment section say some shit like, oh, Tom Loeffler paid the IBF 100,000 or 200,000 or some shit. What the fuck is that got to do? What does that have to do with anything? Because he paid them money? Dude, I don't know what they were saying. They were like, the IBF, he had to pay 100 to 200,000 just to fight Vanes. What was that? Who cares? Like, what's that got to do with anything? See, that's what I'm saying. These dudes don't even know how to argue. Like, what is him paying the IBF 100, 200,000 or whatever? What does that have to do with anything? How was he mistreated? Because he had to pay that money? He probably had to pay that money because he wasn't defending his strap against a middleweight, a guy who was ranked at middleweight. So they're like, hey, if we're going to make you this pardon, you got to cash out because you're really supposed to be, if you're not fighting Canelo, the big fight, money fight that we are going to, 400,000. Okay, what is 400,000? Let's say he paid $500 million. What does that have to do with anything? He once again, I don't even know where this money's coming from because the guy in the comments said 100 or 200,000. Now someone else is saying 400,000. But whatever this amount of money or wherever this is coming from, I'm sure there was some type of reason. Because if there wasn't, then why would Tom Loeffler pay it? Or whoever, Triple G or whoever paid for it, right? So why would Tom Loeffler, Triple G, or Abel, whoever does their finances, write a check to the IBF to get extorted? So the IBF extorted them. Why would they write the check then? If it was something, if that really meant something, like if they're doing so the IBF was doing something illegal and they put a gun to your head and made you write a check. No, you knew it was probably within your rules. The IBF didn't sanction the Vanes Monterosa fight, so their standpoint was probably like you should be stripped for this. But since we're gonna allow you to keep the belt, you have to fight Derevyanchenko basically in your next fight. You have to still pay this sanctioning fee or whatever fee, even though we're not doing it. It's probably something like that. But none of that has anything to do with the fact that why did the Vanes Martirosyan fight take place? Why not just fight your mandatory? Like I said, Kell Brook got a loss at middleweight to Golovkin, came back down and still fought a very dangerous mandatory with the IBF. But Triple G's the big bad wolf. So why doesn't he just fight his mandatory? Or why didn't he? Now it doesn't make sense. Boss Red, the $5 super chat. Thank you. Didn't Cotto have to pay Triple G for fighting Canelo? Just wondering. Yes, he did. Step aside money. I love this channel. See, these dudes ain't got no work for me because they know this shit doesn't make sense. Beyond that, with this whole Triple G situation, is this: is now like there's no way. It's just like the Joshua Wilder situation in a way. It's so much as proof to what's being said that there's no way you can even deny or decline these new media statements and points because there's still too many things. Like I I understand why it's happening, but the reality of it is what's happening might make sense from a business perspective, but it doesn't coincide with what his team has said. So either way, it still kills your point. For example, some people will say, "Oh, Derevyanchenko, he dropped the IBF belt. It's like a business decision." Duh. Yeah, because he's chasing Canelo. So yeah, I get it. He took the lesser of two evils. He'd rather not fight Derevyanchenko and lose that belt and not scrap against a guy. Best boxing channel, smoking the calm. What is that? What is smoking the calm? Don't be soliciting on my channel. But yes, now people are trying to justify, oh, like, yeah, he did it. It's a business decision. It's a business decision. So yeah, of course we know that he's trying to fight Canelo. There's way more money in the Canelo fight than Derevyanchenko, but rules are rules. And like I said, it wouldn't be half bad if Golovkin's team hadn't come out and stated what they have stated for the past few years. That's what makes this whole thing hypocritical. Like I used in the example, if you had somebody that's on your block in your apartment complex or some shit, and they're like, "Yo, ego, don't smoke cigarettes." I don't smoke, but hypothetically, they said, "Don't smoke cigarettes. They're bad for you. You should stop drinking energy drinks. They're bad for you." And then you come back to the apartment 2 weeks later, and then he got a fucking Red Bull, Monster Energy drink, and he's smoking. You'll be like, wait. Didn't you just say all the ills and um, side effects and why I should stop doing it and lecture me on this shit? And then you drinking the energy drinks, you smoking cigarettes. That's hypocritical, and that's what Team Triple G's or what Triple G's team has done. Like you can't now just justify and say, "Oh, it's a business decision. He can make all this money with Canelo." Duh, we know that, but it's still business is business. Why would you now make business decisions when it comes to your fights? But then you were criticizing Canelo for making business decisions. You were calling Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo and everybody else clowns and businessmen and not true fighters, right? You said Floyd Mayweather, hey, it's a circus fight when he wanted to fight Conor McGregor. You look like a complete hypocrite. Why did any listen? And you motherfuckers is real retarded because Floyd is the biggest boss of all of them when it comes to this money making shit. So why did Golovkin do several interviews where he was talking about Mayweather McGregor not being a true fight and it makes no sense and it's a big circus. Why would you do that knowing they're going to make all this money, everybody that's involved with that fight, UFC, Dana White, uh, Zuffa, or whoever, Furtado Brothers, Floyd, Leonard Ellerbe, Al Hain, you know they're all going to make money. And guess what? It's just behind Pacquiao in terms of the viewership and all the great buys and all the generate everything it generated, live gate, merchandise, all this shit, right? So if you're down to make business decisions that are lucrative for you, then why was you mad at Floyd? Because how could you be mad at him? He made more money than you gonna make. Floyd Mayweather and Conor made more money than you gonna make. So why would you, again, hypocrisy? Why were you angry and saying Floyd versus Circus? It's a circus fight. No, like why was Golovkin and team bad mouthing that fight when you knew what it was gonna do and what it was capable of doing, which it actually did because I went to it, right? Making a shit ton of money. Why would you be upset with that? You knew it was gonna make money. We all did. Conor got a mouthpiece, pause. He know how to sell a fight. Floyd got a mouthpiece, pause, and he know how to sell a fight. You knew what that was gonna do, and it was weird because it was like a hybrid UFC meets boxing, right? And Conor McGregor doing this weird training with his arm. Like you knew this shit was gonna sell. So why did Team Triple G hate on that fight? Because they weren't getting none of the money. But as soon as it's their pockets, then it's like, oh yeah, we got to make the business decision. Why should we fight Derevyanchenko? Oh, okay, cause your friend wanted to hang out. Oh, cause your friend wanted to go to the club. Y'all know what that's from. Like, oh, I get it. It's a business fight cause you want to do it. No, it's a business fight cause they want to do it. And then when it comes to you, that's something different. Okay. Jump Tube sounds like a moron. So Errol should fight Derevyanchenko for the IBF belt. Errol's not even in the same weight class as Derevyanchenko. So you sound like a maniac. What is that? Why would Errol fight Derevyanchenko when he's not even ranked at middleweight? Goodbye. You're the weakest link. All right, we got a hot seat. I listen. I seen you've been putting dumb shit. He had Canelo lined up. Canelo popped. No shit. Stop telling us stuff we already know. What is Canelo popping dirty? What is it? Okay, explain that. So he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to take care of his priorities as a champion because Canelo failed a drug test. Is that what you're telling me? But he should be allowed to fight somebody who's not a middleweight and then open Pandora's box by still fighting on that date against a non-mandatory. Gotti, you're in the hot seat. Y'all chat room getting at me cause he fought John Vanas. Bro, strike one. Stop ducking the fade. Stop ducking the hot seat. So, what does Canelo's dirty drug test have to do with what Triple G did after in fighting a guy coming up in weight, off of a loss, and outside of his division on a long layup? What does that have to do with anything? You guys want to take this Canelo? He failed. He was, you know what I'm saying? He failed two drug tests. We know this. But so that means no matter what, because Canelo started it, you talk like little kids. Like Canelo started it. So you get to just do whatever in your career. You don't have to follow no type of criteria or rules because Canelo started it. Loeffler couldn't organize a legit fight. That what is has to do with it. I listen to legit boxing media from time to time. I just like see, listen, these young boys can't beat me. Look, I listen to legit boxing media. Motherfucker, I am media. I'm Young Credentials, whether you like it or not. It's funny. Ooh, ego, you're not real. Like, motherfucker, look, that's a my name, my website, floor seat. Like, so strike two. I listen to legit media. Motherfucker, I just covered a fight. And I'm covering a fight next week in Texas. So you're striking out. But let's get back to the subject at hand. Loeffler couldn't organize a legit fight. That's what it has to do with it. You're full of shit because how were they able to get Vanes Martirosyan last minute, but they couldn't get any middleweights, especially when guys like Demetrius Andre say, hey, pick me, I need a fight, and guys like Derevchenko says, hey, I'm your mandatory, fight me if you're not going to fight Canelo. So how can he not? See, you guys are fresh out of excuses because we know you're lying. They had Munguia lined up. Bro, you got one more dumb comment. You got one more dumb comment. Munguia didn't get approved, and he's a 154 pounder. That's where he's fighting at. That's where he beat Saddam Ali at. That's what his next fight is going to be at. So, once again, why is Triple G so hell bent on pulling up 154 pounders? Bro, he said, what lies am I spitting, bro? You're not answering the question. So you have one more opportunity, Gotti. How did he not, how couldn't Tom Loeffler have put together a legit middleweight fight when you had guys raising their hand? Demetrius Andrade, I have the tweets. I've made videos about it. And Derevchenko, who actually had a reason to be saying he want next because he's a mandatory. So you can orchestrate Vanes, but you can't orchestrate a middleweight fight when middleweights were calling out Golovkin saying, hey, I'll replace Canelo. It's simple. Bro, you better make it real quick because you're about out of here. You're already striking out. If your next comment does not answer that question, if it says it's simple or let me explain, if it's anything but an explanation, you are gone. So, good luck. All we want is the answer. How could Loeffler not orchestrate a true middleweight fight when you had true middleweights, one being a mandatory, saying they will step in late notice and everything? And some of y'all don't know, HBO was okay with Derevchenko, if I'm not mistaken. But Loeffler said there wasn't enough money for Triple G to take that fight. So, once again, business decision. Don't call everyone else a businessman if you're making business decisions too. Or you would do the same thing if you're in their spot. Listen, you got 10 seconds. You're about out of here. Gotti, it's been real, but you got to say something. See how he won't answer? 8, 7. Triple G wants to preserve the Canelo rematch. This is prize fighting. I just answered. Okay, you just struck out. That's what you did. You just said he wants to preserve the Canelo fight. First, you lied to me and said they could. You said Loeffler couldn't organize because it was last minute. You said he couldn't organize, and everyone is going to be able to. You talk about AJ fighting Ortiz before Wilder. Switching the subject. Listen, let me just put the nail in the coffin. Your first statement was Tom Loeffler didn't have enough time to organize a true middleweight fight. But then now you're saying he wanted to preserve himself for the Canelo fight, which is what I've been saying. So that's two different things. Preserving yourself for the Canelo fight, yes, you are. Bro, you're done. He had to go. He already had 3 strikes anyway. You see how they do? I don't have time for this. Clap, block, L. First he said Loeffler didn't have enough time to organize it. Canelo popped dirty. Then I buried him, and then all of a sudden in the hot seat, he comes back with AJ and Ortiz or some shit, which had nothing to do with it. A heavyweight fight. And then two, he says he's trying to preserve the Canelo fight, which is bullshit. But either way, you're proving my point more than you're proving yours. Because what is there to preserve if you're confident that you're gonna beat your mandatory? You could still have the Canelo fight. If Triple G fought, that's this what I'm telling you guys. So then that means there's not enough. It's too high of a risk, and it's a business decision. And you would rather them strip you instead of fighting your mandatory because it's too much of a risk. Because if you really thought you were gonna slaughter him and 23 knockouts in a row and all this shit, then how is it preserving the Canelo fight? Because you could have knocked him out instead of Vanis Martirosyan. Knock him out in two. Derevyanchenko. Knock him out in two. Boom. You right back on the map. You have all your belts that you had the first fight, and you're ready to get it cracking as soon as Canelo's suspension is up. So that goes to show you right then and there, they don't believe that it was worth it. It was too much of a risk. Y'all are getting clapped. I'm out. It's been real. Shout out to Crawford. He looked sensational. Shout out to Jermell Charlo and Leo Santa Cruz on their victories. I'm in Vegas. I got to find a plane ride home. So I didn't get to see their fights, but I know the outcomes. Shout out to Tyson Fury, even though he kissed the man in the lips. It was just like a hard fight to really gauge. Crawford is number one pound for pound. I mean, he's that dude, that boy Bud. That motherfucker's a beast. Peace out, y'all. I'm gonna try to figure out this flight situation and get some shut eye. Keep it going. You a motivation for us start us channels. Thank you. Yeah, man. Just put time, effort into it. Be real. It's crazy. Like people, y'all always talk crazy. Somebody said on my Crawford video, I hate this guy. I will whoop your ass. But I'm at the fights. Like, what's this energy? Like I said, I don't go around looking for an issue, but I be at the fights. Motherfuckers, oh hey ego, what's up? And it's all good. Everyone's just chilling, talking boxing. People taking pictures of me. But then on the internet, it's always some stupid shit. The black channels reign supreme. The black channel. They're jealous of your hard work. Fuck it. Then they should work harder. Anyway, I'm out. Shout out to all the good boxing. Hopefully AJ versus Povetkin is I mean AJ versus whoever next. Even though I think it's Povetkin. But lots of good stuff in boxing. Tyson Fury. Oh my gosh. Let me just say this. See, y'all get mad when I be like, I told you so. But guess what? Fuck it. Don't watch my channel because I told you so. Tyson Fury. If you listen to my channel Hard Body, you'll attest to me saying this. People were saying that I said Wilder Joshua is the biggest heavyweight fight, right? And then some people are like, no, David Haye versus AJ. He just got knocked out, and I think he retired. So they lied about that. That's not a bigger fight. Like I said, he didn't even get past Tony Bellew, who just came from cruiserweight. This is what they were saying a few months back. Then they said Tyson Fury versus AJ. The way he looked today, I told you guys he needs more tune-ups. If he's in his prime, sheds probably a little bit more weight, then maybe that's something. But he just fought a cruiserweight, and they were both like, he was actually joking around and showboating more than he was. Like, Terence Crawford was landing some mean shit on Jeff Horn. Mean shit. Like he was trying to destroy that man. But Jeff Horn, to his credit, a lot of heart, ton of heart, very durable. But Terence Crawford was landing, he was not playing no games. I mean, actually he was. There was points where he was laughing. I was tweeting about it. He was laughing and sticking his tongue out and stuff. He was having fun in there. Tyson Fury was trying to have fun in there, but he wasn't really doing much effective work until really the fourth round where he came on. And then after that point, the guy quit. I backed that, bro. You were saying this months ago. He ain't ready, and it's pretty obvious. He needs more work, but Fury is Fury, and we'll talk the talk. Exactly, see? Shout out to my dude, RTD. He's from the UK, too. But I told you guys that's not a bigger fight right now because he just disappeared. You got to work your way up the ladder. Like I want to see Tyson Fury versus Cannon Briggs or something because Cannon Briggs ain't no fucking cruiserweight. If you don't get him out of there or like box the shit out of him in the first 5 rounds, he's gonna be a problem because he got a lot of power. He got a lot of power. You can't be playing around with Shannon Briggs. The guy got more first round knockouts than any heavyweight in history. Ernie Schaefer's, Muhammad Ali, Tyson, Razor Ruddock, Ray Mercer. So that's a good fight. So like I told you guys, nobody Joshua and Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Once he reasserts himself, but off of that performance, you got to fight someone better. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight someone way better for me to say that that fight is ready made. Yeah, because even the height disparity next to each other, the guy looked like he didn't belong in there, which is why he gave up at the first sign of the road getting harder. But anyway, smash the like button. I'm out. Great fights today. I'll be back with some more heat. I'm gonna rest up after I get this plane sorted. Peace out, y'all.